And during trial, they did not form part of the record of the court. And that is why we are making that application for those exhibits perhaps to be bound and reliance of the registry if that order issues for purposes of completeness. Thank you. That is the application.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, we oppose to the application. It is our humble submission that my learned friend, Mr. Omari, is making an application unknown to law. You have already ordered for the return of the sureties and even discharged them. You cannot be invited now to hold that in abeyance. That application, in our humble view, has been overtaken by events, and as correctly put by my learned friend, you are now functus official. It is our submission that you cannot go back and revise your own decision. In fact, I was waiting for counsel to invite us to that particular provision of the law, but that is yet to be done. And we submit there is none. This court, having discharged the sureties, is functus official and cannot hold that decision in abeyance. With regard to the state of the first accused, Your Honor, we must realize that he is a convict. And there are systems in place within the prison for which that issue will be addressed. Therefore, counsels can address that issue with the prison authorities so that they can make arrangements for him to be taken for medical treatment. With regard to the last application by my learned friend, Mr. Mbele, Your Honor, the court can only make an order of exhibits it is seized of. You cannot make an order for a document that was not exhibited before court because it does not form part of the court record. In fact, Your Honor, my learned friend, Mr. Swaka, was given all those documents, including Mr. Njenga. And therefore, our submission is that they can liaise with these learned friends so that they can then be given the documents that was supplied by the prosecution. That will be all.
Council, 1 minute, Brenda.
Yes, Your Honor. A brief rejoinder. One, a patient who has not been booked in prison, a word of this court, urge the court to take judicial notice of what happened to John Gaku when he pleaded with the court. Yes, I'm only bringing.
That's serious. That's what, I've got a lot of respect for you. You're also my advocate.
Yes, I know.
No.
Let me move away from mentioning the name. But I'm only saying we are on this.
Just a moment.
On a light note.
Just a moment. Just a moment. So that I can convince you. You see what has happened is, I came in when some of those things were said. And out of that, I've really been very humble and really look at the welfare of people. I've never taken a plea on someone on handcuffs, and I refused some of those tactics, simply to ensure that we are well, correct? And the only problem that I had with that was this. The narration, people were now going the other way around. Judiciary is killing people. And that was not the case. That was not the case. And for me, I know governor has got a life to live and many years to live. And I pray for him. He'll recover. He'll get well. Correct? Correct? So really, for that one, who unfortunately did whatever happened, and because there were no investigators to find out what would have happened with him, let's let him rest in peace. Then for the one who is breathing, we just wish him well, isn't it? And we take medicine to him. That would be a better way, because now we are all mortals, and we'll not be scared. When now we are reminded of the afterlives, isn't it? No one wants to think about those things. You never know. It's only the good Lord who knows about it, and let's just leave that judgment to Him. So I think my good learned counsel, have I convinced you?
You have convinced me.
Please, with a lot of humility.
With a lot of humility.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, only that.
I will.
We are not asking anything more.
I will.
That the prison officers take it to us.
That one I will.
And number two,
yes,
on the question of us leaving, you allowed to put your orders in abeyance.
Yes.
I didn't want to be mischievous to my brother, Mr. Monda, to say we can still leave those securities without us taking them.
Yes.
And go to the High Court and say they are still with us.
Yes. Yes.
But Your Honor, the
the
court can, with its wisdom,
yes,
see what is best for their district.
The only leave that is not under
just a moment. Just a moment. I'm trying to rearrange the thing here that are getting a little bit messy. Yes, this council.
Yes, on one issue,
Yes.
I did apply for the copies of exhibits,
Yes.
and Mr. Monda replied to it.
Yes.
Yona, it may be noted that we were instructed, myself and Mr. Mali, to come and join hands with Mr. Swaka in this matter, this late after all the proceedings were undertaken. And I made that application because normally the prosecution supplies us with copies of exhibits that they intend to use, and at times they don't produce all that which they have supplied. So that we jump over that hurdle in a good way, which is not going to be prejudicial to the respondent, that is the state in the appeal. We wish that order issues for us to have copies of the exhibits that were used, that were rendered to court, which form part of the record of this court. And that will be on our cost. So that then we don't produce in the High Court on appeal a document that did not find its space in the trial, even when it was supplied to the defense. That is the gist of my application here.
Yes.
Just to perhaps retaliate what has already transpired in terms of the medical attention to the matter. We are many of us. Since the conviction and the sentence has passed, we know the next steps will be that will be handed over to the prison authorities. My prayer will be this. Upon the prison authorities taking over in a few minutes, and that will be in line to what the prosecution are praying. We'll be seeking the marching, the escorting, the moving him to Kenyatta National Hospital for that particular checkup. Not the police, but the prison department, so as we safeguard his health. Tomorrow or the other day thereafter may be too late.
I could confirm about the cash bill for the fifth. Can we confirm?
Maybe confirm in terms of who paid the
Whether it is there.
the receipt.
Yes.
We don't know, we can't tell unless my...
No, we'll deal with that as long as we have an order that the cash may be used. We'll follow up the rest. Because...
Or you are you able to?
But we have the receipt with us.
Yeah, bring it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So,
Oh,
the contest remain with it downstairs. Their personal effects remain with them. Yes.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
Do you believe that shoots the bed? And I don't like you put you gum in my, especially that I don't like it.
It's in our bag downstairs. You know, their personal effects were left with the police downstairs in the basement.
Yeah.
She's willing to send the officer.
She can rush and bring it.
Yes, she can rush. My boy handled it. Thank you.
Now I've made a very brief ruling. We have written other many things, so really, I don't think at this point it's good to continue making lengthy decision on a few issues that we have raised. I'll begin with the question of cash bail deposited in court by the fifth accused person. I think I start with what is very positive. So, fifth accused person, she's allowed to utilize. She brings, we have also confirmed from the CTS, it is here. She has deposited, but she can still bring it. Accordingly, the fifth accused person is hereby will be allowed to utilize, and accordingly she will be set free. No remand warrant should be prepared for her because we are holding her money. That's Beth only. The court is now functioning as official on orders regarding discharge of the sureties and the securities. So for that one, Councillor Danson, you can use the other option. Number 3, defense advocate who are joining Mr. Swaka at liberty to produce in court, to obtain copies of exhibit produced in court where convenient, subject to payment of the court charges. I've said where convenient. Like, for example, we have got booklets. Now, how do you photocopy those booklets? And we don't want to distort those booklets. So for those ones, the route that I want us to take is this. You find it's a booklet you can peruse. Then if EACC have got soft copies, you remember the soft copies, or even Taswaka, someone has got clearer soft copies, or the prosecution, just give you, correct? But I know there is the one page. The one page we can always give, correct? The one page, those one we can give. But the booklets, I've said only where convenient. And I've also stated, if need be, soft copies of the documents shall be supplied. So we try as much as possible. If we can give soft, the better. Now, number 4. For the first, second, third, and fourth accused person, you shall forthwith be remanded in prison custody at industrial area prison to commence serving your sentences unless you are able to pay your fine. If you pay the fine, you get out, or you get out from the High Court. Yeah. No problem. Then for the last order is about the first accused person. I made an order that you be escorted to hospital for treatment, but that is subject to the opinion of the officer in charge of industrial area prison on the hospital or the facility where you can be taken to hospital. I won't mention anything because now you are with them. They know how to proceed. Beth, while I was you were away, I said that because you have this, for you, you are set free, correct? Then we'll do that, and then we'll also make an order for the refund of the balance. So, Oibara, you can commence that so that your receipt, you issue her. Then we see what else we can be able to do. Where did I put that one? So I've added the balance to be refunded. So for you, you are free. You are not preparing any prison, any remand warrant for you. Now, Oibara, you hurry up. We do the prison remands. So you allow me just to end at that, so that we can go and see whether we can also have our lunch, our late lunch. Is that okay? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Now, who is making the deposit? You show me one. Show me one. Madam, are you ready? Correct? Okay, you work with her. For her, you let her finish up, and with all the remand. But they need to. Huh? No. I'm not. I won't issue. No. I don't need an order. What we do, I'm the one who's saying the remarks. Susan, trust in me. I'm not a bad guy. So, trust in me. Just hold her, then we process that. Don't need to punish anyone. Correct? And even if everyone was able to pay, I've got no problem. Because I've done what I'm supposed to do. And I've just done it in the confines of the law. Correct? I stand corrected by the courts above me. Correct? I'm just doing my job. So now, for that I don't need to worry, counsel. I'm the one who's saying the remarks. Correct? And the in charge. I don't know who you are dealing with. The OCS. Si umesikia maneno ya Susan, eh? Yeah, hold her, the daughters to rush and pay. Just a mother, let her just go and pay her things. For Susan, we have got no problem. So they can quickly, Oibara, please do. And I beseech you, as you pay these fines, only pay the fine only. We only need the fine. Correct? Susan, there is no facilitation. We only need the fine, please. I beseech you people. Let us observe the integrity of the process. Because I know the pressure that you may be experiencing. Correct? You trust, I'm not going to delay. I'll be waiting to sign for that. So just observe the integrity of this process. Because condiments are many, and people say many things. But you have heard the truth from me. Trust in me. Okay. Thank you, I wish you well. Thank you. You bring to seat.
Mwiroreri kuu ni kuria igoti-ini ria Milimani kuria uria wari gavana wa Kiambu Ferdinand Waititu mutumia wake hamwe na angi ana makoro marikia gutwirirwo cira-ini wa ungumania wa ciringi milioni 588 kuria Waititu atwirirwo kioho kia miaka 7 kana faini ya ciringi milioni 52.5. Mutumia wake Susan Waititu nake atwirirwo faini ya ciringi 500,000 na ningi igoti ni riauga ati Waititu ndagirirwo gukorwo agitungatira wabici-ini ya muingi kwa ihinda ria miaka 10 thutha wake gukinyitikana na mahitia mau ma ungumania. No Waititu kugerera mawakiri ake ni augite ati ni egukorwo agicokia cira riko nigetha akigerie gwitetera kwiyeherania na itua riu ria igoti. Origi uria wari gavana wa Kiambu Ferdinand Waititu ni atwirirwo kioho kia miaka 7 kana faini ya ciringi milioni 52.5. Maya na mangi maingi mwiroreri no tuguthie na mbere na gukumenyithia mohoro-ini maitu maria mekurumirira na mohoro mangi ni wona ciehanda thaa 10 mohoro-ini maitu ma matemo. Ngatho ni undu wa kunyitanira na ithuĩ thie na mbere na gwikara mitambo-ini ya Inooro TV. Njitagwo Gathoni wa Njihia.
Indulge